Hey guys, and welcome to this episode of Master Minutes. Now, I'm really excited about this episode of Master Minutes because it's actually about an article that I stumbled across doing some research on leadership and development. It's called the Hudson's Derailer Behaviors. So what it is about, very basically, because it's very intricate, the model that I'm going to introduce you to, is about the dark underbelly of leadership. So you know when you asked in an interview about what your strengths are, and you want to say visionary, all of this and all of that, these are about the dark sides, how you can come across if you get caught up in these sort of strengths. Now I want to open up with some percentages that really shocked me. So 49% of new leaders underperform when they transition roles, often causing significant loss to the organization. That leads into 61% of leadership strategies do not enable organizations to assess and manage the risk of derailment from new leaders. That leads into, now this is shocking, 57% of leadership strategies do not enable organizations to assess and manage the risk of derailment from existing leaders. Now, in my leadership and development training, I always challenge the people that attend that to, if something's been working for you for the last 6 months, I always say, and you've been getting the results that you want, change something up. Change the way you ask a question, change the way that you do something. A small habit change is going to open your mind up to new opportunities and new avenues of learning, because the last thing that you want in any organization, any industry, is to become complacent. Being straight into it, I got all of this information from the Hudson's Talent Management website. I'll pop the link below, and it's called the Hudson's Derailer model. So I'll start you off with the strengths and then explain the derailers underneath them. So we're starting off with a visionary. This leader has vision and powerful vision, otherwise known as out-of-the-box thinking. Now, the derailer of this leader is the renegade. Someone who has so much vision that they are seen as lacking in judgment and misguided when it comes to including other contextual factors from stakeholders or corporate objectives. Next up, we have the leader who takes action first. Their strengths include action. They lead through change and chaos, effectively making sound decisions. But the dark side of this behavior includes inability to recognize the feelings or thoughts of others, and may sometimes come across as insensitive and showing a lack of interest in culture and history. They could also fall into the control and command style of managing. Moving on, we have the impact leader. They inspire people to unleash their full potential and share experiences of success. However, this could lead to micromanaging, where they could come across as tense and anxious, lacking confidence in themselves or the abilities of the team. They tend to get involved with the implementation of tasks instead of the delegation. Now, for me, relating to that, I remember when I first stepped into a leadership role, I definitely micromanaged, and that was something that I had to learn sort of the hard way, because people don't respond to micromanaging because it just shows the lack of confidence in them. And if you don't have confidence in your team, they are not really going to do what is expected of them company purpose-wise and what's expected of them from their leader, you. Now, the second last one is the connection leader. They foster positive relationships and embrace and leverage diverse perspectives, but the dark side of this behavior is that they could become a people pleaser. They typically avoid confrontation, come across as agreeable on the surface, but find it hard to say no or challenge the status quo. They then use passive aggressiveness to get their point across. Now, passive aggressive in any form, in a leader, or whether it's somebody that you're managing or somebody that you're leading, is very immature, specifically in today's day and age. Lastly, we have the leaders that have drive. They have the thirst to learn and are career goal focused. Their dark side of behavior or derailer may include seeming self-centered and egotistic or egocentric, who lacks humility and are preoccupied with their own career goals. Now, it's very important for a leader to have goals and want to progress in their career, but remember that saying is, don't forget the people you pass on the way up, because you'll pass them on the way down if you don't stay humble. So lots of information to take in there, but huge opportunities for self-reflection. Don't panic. Use this tool to raise your self-awareness and self-management moving forward. Derailers are not showstoppers. Everyone has qualities of at least one of them. It's what you do with them that counts. So think about that. And until next time, remember to lead with a purpose, to charge your potential.